G'day humans, Chris Stead here. Today I'm on Windstar Star Breeze. I'm about to take you on a full tour and review of the suite number 416. So with these standard suite rooms, I've actually got a really cool setup with most of the rooms. So you've got 416 and 414 here. So they're two separate rooms, and I don't know the people staying in 414. But if you want to, you can close this off. So basically every room, every suite can become a connected suite quite easily, which is a great design. I love it. All right, let's have a look inside. So 416, obviously on deck 4. And wait till you see this. It's a really, really beautiful room. So the thing you probably know straight away is the size of it. So you got the classic staterooms that you have on most cruise ships, a fair bit thinner than this. So all the Windstar will tell you that all of their rooms are suites, they're not staterooms. And while the functionality and everything is pretty much the same, there's definitely a lot more generosity in a space here. And it's very well received, I really like it. So obviously the first thing you walk into is the bed. I think in other rooms maybe the bed is near the window. I feel like that might swap a bit just from walking past as people are cleaning. But the bed's really comfortable. It's firm but fair, as in like it feels like it's got structure to it. But yeah, it's not too soft, but it's not too firm either. So I'm really happy with it. I'm also happy with the pillows, which come in kind of like a medium and a soft. So you can kind of adjust that to whatever you need, depending on your personal preference. The only thing about the bed that I'm not liking is that this can be split into a twin, and the fissure down the middle of the bed has opened up on me in the middle of the night just a little bit, especially if I just like get a knee or a foot in there where I'm tossing and turning. It has opened up a little bit on me, but then again, usually I wouldn't be in the bed by myself, so I probably wouldn't be sprawled across the entire thing. But yeah, otherwise I found the bed really, really comfortable. Now you've got a little office situation over here, little chair and a desk that you can sit and do some work, and obviously a rather large mirror, and drawers everywhere. There's plenty of storage in here. You've got a hairdryer in one of the drawers as well. And then over here you've got another second section, and the reason I'm showing these two sections is because this is really your only two power points. So you've got these two over here, and so you've got a European, or a Type 3 I think it is, and I think that's US. So you've only got those two over here, and not really much space to kind of sit anything up, although I do love the flower arrangement. That's kind of all you've got over there. And then you've got this over here, which is another European, so that's your round pins, like so, and two USB A's, not C's, there to charge with. So for me personally, my setup is I've got one of these Anchors 165 watt things. It's got 4 USB C's in the front and 2 USB A's over here. So I've just brought this with me, and I've just plugged into one thing, and this can charge everything, and this space is more or less enough for it. But yeah, not a whole lot of charging places, especially when you're on holiday and you're trying to charge cameras and video cameras and phones and laptops and everything, and there's none really near the bed. I don't know if you can use that. I don't know, it doesn't look like a PowerPoint to me. I haven't tried it, but yeah, so nothing beside the bed, so you can't really have your phone charging by your bed at night, which is a bit of a bummer. Now, we'll continue on into this area. So obviously a nice big lounge space here. And technically on cruise ships, I don't tend to use the lounge that often, but I have a lot actually on this cruise. This is a really solid piece of furniture. Like that's stone. It's a really solid table. And last night this whole boat was really rocking and nothing moved, which is a sign of some quality furniture. But yeah, so a really nice little sitting space in here. They've got lots of mirrors, so that's a mirror there. You'll see little mirrors in the trim around here, and that just kind of allows the light to really bounce around, keeps it nice and open. Now I've seen in other rooms that this can fold out into a rather large, or basically queen size sofa bed. I can't vouch for how comfortable it is, but there's obviously plenty of space in here. And they do like take it down and take it up each day for you, so you don't lose your space. Over here we've got a bit of a pantry with a whole bunch of glasses and cups. All the bits and pieces that you might need. I like this little board, like a cheese board. Corkscrew, and there is a fridge as well, which does have, it's not a big fridge. Obviously you don't really need it, they've got everything you want upstairs, but a few bits and pieces in it. And if you're on the all-in package, which I am, you can just drink those without any additional costs. And then over here you've got a bit more going on as well. So some more storage options should you need it, but I'm about to show you there's a walk-in wardrobe, so don't need too much of this. Oh, geez, I just broke it. Did I? No, it's just gone along. It's got a rack down there. Okay, I'll fix that later. Okay. Now this particular room doesn't have a balcony, so it's just got the window here, which is looking out over Raiatea at the moment in French Polynesia. And it's my first room I think I've ever been on that doesn't have a balcony on a cruise. River cruises I have had similar rooms, but on an ocean cruise. And yeah, I mean, it's really nice to be able to go stand out on the deck and just take a photo without having to take it through all the salt and spray of the window or get some fresh air into the room. So I do miss that, but it's a large window, and it's nice to not have a porthole, that's for sure. And it's got a little sitting spot here. If anything, being a tall guy, my eye line's here, so I can't see up standing. But you got two types of curtains, so you can just basically draw this across and have kind of a bit of a filtered look, or you can bring it in across the whole curtain, which is really heavy, really good quality, and does a very good job of blocking out the light, to the point where there's a few mornings I've woken up and I didn't even think it was morning yet, and then turned out it was a beautiful blue sky outside. But yeah, it looks so much space. That's the key thing. Like, I'm almost 2 meters tall and I can lie along this without hitting anything. So that's awesome. Okay, now let's go across to over here. This is where things get really opulent. You got an actual walk-in wardrobe. It's narrow, but an absolute boon, especially for the longer cruises. You can just have all your stuff kind of out of the way, packed up, and you can see how empty my room is. You know, usually I've got bags open left, right and centre, and clothes everywhere and so forth. Here, different, although I've done my typical lazy male thing and just gone and dumped my bag there and operated out of it. But if my wife was here, this would be all hanging clothes. So that's really great. And it's also good, so you can see like this kind of like, I don't know what it is, like a brassy finish around the entire thing, even in the door jambs down here. Everything's super solid. So you've got like these really good magnets like holding it all together. So they've really thought about making sure that things don't rattle and roll, and stay open even in stay where you put them even in rough conditions. So I'm pretty happy with that. And overall, I really like the trim. It's kind of like this almost, it's not whitewash, but it's kind of got that surfy, beachy vibe going around with the wood and the whites and the finish and the navy blues and everything. It just feels really coastal, and it just, I think it's a really beautiful room. Really, really nice. Geez, I really do love that extra space. Righto, and the last thing we've got in here is the bathroom. So really interesting design in here, really smart design, I think. I love the way that the toilet kind of comes out at an angle. So you've basically got all of this space. Again, that's a big man talking, but yeah, just being able to kind of not be squished in to like a little narrow rectangle and just have that kind of freedom it's just a really smart design. I really like it. We've got 2 sinks, as you can see, his and hers, or his and his and hers and hers, whatever. And another nice big mirror. Plenty of towels are provided, and hanging spots. There's towels all over the deck as well for the pools and so forth. And then this particular room has a bathtub. Now, I generally don't use bathtubs, but I've actually used it twice already on this cruise and we're about halfway through. So, but the main reason I've used it is because, and I'll show you, you've got the shower nozzle over here and the tap down there, but the bath puts you up so high that at my height, when I get in here, I can't stand, see? So I can't get a shower above my head without really kind of putting myself in a compromised position. So this is not unusual for me. This happens in every other hotel, and I've gone in and happened to me on Disney Wonder cruise as well. But yeah, that's just kind of the negative of having the bath, is that if you're really tall, you're not going to fit. I also found this kind of system that they've got for the hot and cold really hard to work. It seems to be really hard to work out which way to have the temperature. I finally got it right, so now I can just leave it. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird system. Hardly a deal breaker, but that is my experience. There we go, so that's the bathroom. So overall, really great room. The air conditioning has been very, very quiet. I haven't heard anything from pipes or anything like that. I haven't barely heard next door at all, barely heard upstairs. So in terms of all that kind of stuff, it's been really, really good as well. And the thing to note about this room as well is 416 is there's no room on this side. In fact, it's the elevator. It's right on the other side of this wall. And when I looked at the room plan, I was really nervous about that. I thought, oh, here we go. I'm going to be hearing the elevator go up and down, up and down, up and down all day, all night. And I haven't heard it once. So that's a good bit of information, I think, if you're worried about that. I have not heard the elevator at all, despite the fact of being right on the wall there, which again speaks to a lot of effort in the workmanship to insulate that properly. Oh, the TV as well. So this can come out and be angled towards the bed. In fact, it was interesting, the cleaner, Anita, who's absolutely lovely, really, really lovely, Anita. The screen is back like this at the moment because she's cleaned this morning, but then when I came in late at night, she'd pulled the TV out and angled it towards the bed. So I thought that was a nice little, you know, 1%er that makes a difference, as well as kind of the flower and the fruit bowl, and just a little bit of extra touches here and there that have just made it feel great. So one of the really lovely touches that Windstar does is every single night I come back to the room, there's a little gift, and it's something. Sometimes it's just like a nice little chocolate, but today it's a really nice one. It's some handmade soap from Bora Bora. It's a block of soap. It actually smells fantastic. Vanilla. It's yeah, just a really nice little bonus, I guess. Just part of the service, but I really like it. I think it's awesome, and yeah, like the first couple of times it comes, you're like, oh, that's really nice, and then you don't expect it, and then today I completely forgot about it, and then I come in and there's this just sitting on my bed. Lovely. So there you go, guys. That is a review and tour of the suite on the Windstar Star Breeze cruise ship. We're doing the Dreams of Tahiti cruise at the moment, so I'm going to do a full review and tour of the entire cruise experience as well, so make sure you check out that video. But in case you just wanted to peer into the rooms and see what they're like, I want to do this video as well, and hopefully that's given you some insights and some helpful tips in terms of when you're going to book, or if you're going to book your cruise on Windstar. Alright, I'm Chris Stead. Thank you very much for watching. Till next time, I'm getting back on the road. Ew.